Hello, I'm Master Numerologist Andre Alva Moore, and I want to pop on here right quick to share with you some information about the passing of Dianne Feinstein. She was the senator for the state of California, and I want to quickly point out some vital information based on her birth cycles. Birth cycles is the month, the day, and the year that she incarnated, and her exit points. The exit point is when the soul leaves the body. So a soul enters the body, that's called your entry point. And then when a soul leaves the body, that's called your exit point. Okay, so here we go. In numerology, nine is the pentacle of the nine numbers, for it rules unselfishness, world viewpoints, humanitarianism, and able to get work at hand completed. When I heard that the senator from California had passed at age 90, it caught my attention. For you see, 9 plus 0 bring us back to the mysterious power of the number 9. Each time you add the number 9 to another number, it will sacrifice itself, and the added number returns to itself. For example, the compound number of 21, when added together, reduces to the number 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. But if you add the number 9, the 9 will sacrifice itself and bring the compound number back to the number 3. For example, 2 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12, and 1 plus 2 bring us back to the number 3. So the number 9 is the number of sacrifice. To sacrifice oneself for the greater good is a person's highest calling. So most individuals, unfortunately, is vibrating on the first level, which is about selfishness. It's all about me, 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 me. And unfortunately, that's where most people are at. They don't want to give unless they're going to get something in return. But the number 9 is just the opposite of that. But most people cannot achieve that level because they're selfish. Okay? But if you can achieve it, then that is the highest calling that a person can have. Now, for 31 years, Dianne served America as a senator from the great state of California. She was born June the 22nd, 1993, and carried an 8 destiny. Okay, so June is ruled by the number 6 because June is our 6th month. She's born on the master number of 22, which is the master builder, and in the year 1933, which is the 7th birth year, a lady of deep faith. So if you add all the energies together, 6 plus 22 plus 1933 equals 1961, and 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 1 equals 17, and 1 plus 7 equals 8. So she was born with an 8 destiny. So let us see if she was able to live up to her power, authority, and wealth. So, an observant eye would notice her spiritual advancement indicated by her birthday number of 22. 22 is a high vibrational energy, and it is here to construct foundations, and to also to deconstruct foundations that has no longer have served their purpose. So the 22 is a master builder. And the year 1933 is the 7th birth year, a lady of deep faith. So 1 plus 9, 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 3 equals 16, and 1 plus 6 going to bring us down to the 7. So that's another indicator that she was able to achieve what she was able to achieve because she had a very strong faith line. Okay? Now, if you observe 1933, she has the master number 33 that comes in her third and fourth digit. So 1933, the 33 is another indicator of her powerful vibrational frequency, illustrated by her third and fourth digit. Even though it blends into the 7 energy, the 7 and the 33 harmonizes very well. Actually, the 22, the 33, and the 7 harmonizes very well. But it gives her the destiny of the number 8, which is female power, and she's very successful as a senator. And this is why I say that. Now, after losing the race for the governor in 1990, Feinstein was elected to United States Senate in a 1992 special election. So once again, you see the double nines popping up there. You see the strong vibrational frequency of the number 9. You saw it in her exit age number of 90, and now you're seeing it again when she was elected in a special election in 1992, which, by the way, is a 3 energy. And I'm going to come back to that 3 energy in a moment. So 1992 is a 3 energy. If you add the 1, the 9, the 9, and the 2, 18, 19, 20, 21 is a 3 energy. Okay. In November of 1992, she became California's first female United States Senator. So that number 1 is also going to be very important because she left on the 28th. And the 28 is a 1 energy. 2 plus 8 equals 10, and 1 plus 0 brings us back to the number 1. So let's see how she excelled as being number 1. Okay, she became California's first female United States Senator. Shortly after, she became the state's senior senator after Alan Cranston retired in January 1993. Feinstein was reelected 5 times. In the 2012 election, she received 7.86 million votes, the most popular votes received by any United States Senate candidate in history. So that's another first. Feinstein authored the 1994 federal assault weapons ban. That would kick in to her strong 6 energy because she was born in June, and she helped write legislation to make assault weapons illegal. Um, unfortunately, Congress rescinded that law, and now assault weapons are now legal. And you see the death and the violence that these assault weapons are having on our society. But she wrote the federal assault weapon ban. She was the first woman to have chaired the Senate Rules Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee, and the first woman to have presided over a United States presidential inauguration. Feinstein chaired the Senate Intelligence Committee from 2009 to 2015 and was the ranking member of the Senate Judicial Committee from 2017 to 2021. So you see how powerful I don't like using the word was because a soul is always. So, her soul still exists. It's just the physical body is no longer with her. So I don't like using the terms of was because I know all souls are always present. Now, Dianne made her transition on September, which is a 9 energy. She's completed her work because her age is of 90. The 90 energy is a pure energy for the number 9. That means there's no other numbers influencing it. Like, for example, 18 is a 9 energy, 1 plus 8 is 9, but the 9 energy is not pure because it's going to have on the personality trace of the number 1, and it's going to have the personal trace of the number 8, and so the vibration of the number 9 is not going to be pure. You're going to see a lot of perhaps selfishness in that 9 energy and a lot of financial success in that financial because of the number 9 being compromised or influenced by the 1 and the 8. But the 90 energy, it has no it has no what I call sub elements to take away from its power or to add to its power. It's just pure and it's whole. So the number 9, she left at 90, so it's pure energy. she at the age 9, but she also left in the month of September, which once again is a singular energy and it's pure. Now she left on the 28th, the 8 energy and the 2 energy. The 8 energy is about power and wealth and success, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, but it's a 1 energy, and I just read off at least 10 things she was able to accomplish as being like number 1, the first lady this, the first lady that, the first person to do this, the first person to do that. Okay, so she's definitely was on point there. And then 2023, which is a 7 energy, which her birth year is a 7 energy, 1933, and she left in 2023. 7 energy, so profoundly guided by the higher powers. And once again, she's born on the 22nd, higher power, 1933, higher power, and she left in 2023, which is a 7 higher power, but it's an 8 day. Okay, so her destiny is an 8. She came in to master the lesson of power and wealth and authority, which she achieved. And so she left as well on the 8 energy, because when you add September the 28th, 2023 together, you're going to get 2060, and 2 plus 6 equals 8. So her soul incarnated with an 8 destiny. She was born June the 22nd, 1933, which vibrates to 1961, which vibrates to the number 17, reduced down to the number 8. And she also left her body on a 8 energy as well, because she left 9/28/2023. That's 2060. 2 plus equals 8. So her soul incarnated with an 8 destiny, and she left on an 8 exit point. When you leave, that's called the exit point. When you enter, that's called the entry point. Okay. Now, her soul incarnated in a 7th birth year, 1933. 9 plus 10 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. And she went out on a 7th exit point because she left in 2023. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 plus 3 makes us a 7 energy. So she was on point there as well. Now, a little known talent that Dianne possessed, she was a gifted painter. Now, a lot of people, unless you was in her inner circle, wouldn't know that, but her numbers are indicating that she was leaning towards the creative arts, because the number 3 rules creativity, and she had a very strong 3 vibrational energy. 1933, you see 2 threes there, and then she left at 2023. You see that 3 energy there, and she was married 3 times. And so she used to gift her paintings to certain senators and congress people and friends of that nature. So she was gifted as she was gifted as a painter and as an artist. So a little known talent that Dianne possessed, she was a gifted painter. A clue being her abundant 3 energies found in her birth year of 1933 and in her exit year of 2023. She was married 3 times. So that also lets you know that she had outside interests other than politics. Now, she also was very successful on her life path of the number 8. By the year 2005, Dianne Feinstein had accumulated upward to around $99 million. So very successful on the material level. But what really, personally speaking, what I find most remarkable is that her soul left her physical body at 90, the ninth level, and not the 8th level. What does that tell me? That tells me that even though she had achieved material success and personal self a success, she elevated. She went to the ninth level. She understood that to be able to be of service to the world, to humanity, is the greatest calling of them all. So it tells me that her consciousness elevated from material wealth to service the world, the most extraordinary calling a person can achieve. Rest in peace, Dianne Feinstein. And so there's only one other chart that I have come across that elevated from the 8th level to the 9th level, and that was Paul Newman's numbers. Paul Newman's had a similar vibrational frequency where he came in on the 8th level, but when he left, he was vibing on the 9th level. He still had his wealth, he still had his money, but he understood that it was life is much more than what you accumulate materially. It's like, what do you do with your wealth? And if anybody knew anything about Paul Newman, he birthed a company in which he gave a percentage of all of his proceeds to humanitarian causes. I've done thousands and thousands of charts, and rarely do I come across a person's number pattern that elevates from the material to the highest level, the humanitarian. Because most people, they striving to be wealthy and successful, and they want money, and a lot of times they become selfish with their money, or they try to use their money to control other individuals or to get other people to do what they want them to do because of their wealth. So anyhow, this is a quick breakdown on Dianne Feinstein, and if you took a look at her name, her just quickly, she has the D energy of the 4, but the I is the 9th level, so you see how closely she is to that 9 energy. Then it's a 1-5-5-5, but you got 5-5 because she got double N's, and then she got an N and an E, which creates another 5-5 pattern. Just another indicator of how exalted of a soul she was, is, and one of her greatest contributions was to get a ban on assault weapons. But men, in their ignorance, um, repel that law, and now you see the death and the mayhem that's coming about with these assaulted weapons. But she was able to bring that into legislation. She was a guiding light, but sometimes the darker light works together to put out the guiding light. And that's unfortunate, but it's going to always be the battle between the darkness and the light. So anyhow, until the next video, peace.